Welcome to the Dollar Tree, where I am going to attempt to shield my face so you can't see what I look like, but also I am going to attempt to cook family dinners with 5 ingredients or less, only shopping at the Dollar Tree. Now, of course, like any other budget challenge, I'm gonna assume you have like oil, salt, pepper at your house already. I don't even know if I can do this, but we're gonna go for it. If you think I can do this, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's get going. For this fake out lobster mac and cheese, I got this idea because my friend did lobster mac and cheese for Easter dinner and they loved it so much. And I'm like, I wonder if I could recreate that from Dollar Tree. Maybe the freezer section has lobster tail, canned lobster. I don't know. They don't. Big shocker. But they do have shrimp. So I'm gonna go with like, it's similar in nature, it's similar in texture. Here's the problem with the Dollar Tree shrimp. It's not even that you get it from Dollar Tree, honestly. This is half a pound for $5 at Dollar Tree. And at Walmart, you can get an entire pound for $5 or $6. If you have a different option, like a Walmart, you're gonna get more food for the same price than buying it at Dollar Tree. That's not always the case, but in the case of raw frozen shrimp, that is the case. I'm just gonna run it under some cold water for a few minutes. Like that is freezer burned. Look, there's not even shrimp under there. Can I get another shrimp on the bobby? Oh, this is shells on, feet on, everything. So we're gonna have to de-shell, detail these. I feel like we really need to take away the fishiness or staleness flavor of the shrimp. It's potent. So I have some bacon fat in this tiny little, this is a really small skillet, like 8 inches, because I have a tiny amount of shrimp right here. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go some Tony's on here. I had gotten jalapeno cheese and we gotta mask this a little. We gotta mask this a little bit. So I just sprinkled that on there kind of generously. Once the shrimp is pink, it is cooked. So with the bacon fat and the Tony's, this should have a fairly nice flavor. My water is boiling for my pasta. I did add some salt, and because this is 20 ounces, a little more than a pound, I think I'm gonna use half. I wanted a breadcrumb topping for the top of my lobster mac and cheese that I'm gonna heat up in the oven just for some nice crispiness. So I do have some leftover bacon fat here. You can use whatever oil you have, like butter, vegetable oil, olive oil, whatevs. And then I got these panko breadcrumbs at Dollar Tree, so I'm just gonna mix these together until they're all soaked in. We don't want them greasy, we just want them to soak up the fat so they get super crispy and brown. Time to assemble everything. I have a baking dish that I sprayed. Here comes the pasta. I just realized I hope this fits into this pan. Oh my gosh. Oh, very close. Dollar Tree did not have great options for cheese or making my own cheese sauce. So we're gonna go with Velveeta. You know, sometimes we just do what we can. I have 2 because I wasn't sure how far this is gonna go. So let's just try it out. To be honest, I love Velveeta because it melts so beautifully. All right, this is quite precarious. I'll be back in a minute with it all mixed. This is quite thick, so I did save some of the starchy, salty pasta water just to thin it out a little bit. Oh, that's so much better. I feel like I totally made Cajun shrimp here. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Shrimp goes in, let's stir those around. Time to sprinkle our breadcrumbs all over the top. Because this is fully cooked, I'm just gonna put it in the oven on broil on low. Oh, look, I have some escapees here, just until this is golden brown on top. As I was dishing this out into the ramekin, it occurred to me, I should have baked it in these little ramekins and they would have been individual little servings. Oh, that would have been freaking cute. Oh well, note to self, for next time I make baked mac and cheese. All right, it's actually really delicious. And that shrimp's got a kick. That's pretty tasty. But bake them in ramekins. So cute. I know that nobody asked for a spicy stir fry with peanut sauce from the Dollar Tree, but here we are. Dollar Tree doesn't sell edamame. I didn't see them in any form. I also couldn't find peas. I really wanted to add a vegetable. This is not a great option, but here we go, I guess. And I tried to find like a Korean spice. No, they didn't have that. Teriyaki sauce it is, with thinned out peanut butter for like a peanut sauce fake out from Dollar Tree. What could go wrong? We're gonna cook these in the microwave because those are the instructions. All right. While my veggies cook in my saucepan in a little bit of bacon fat, I'm going to take the peanut butter and pop it in the microwave to thin it out. I think I'm gonna go 2 tablespoons to make my peanut sauce, which is, that's a loose description of what we're gonna end up with. Here is my softened peanut butter, about 30 seconds. Gonna add a little bit of this sweet teriyaki because I got spicy noodles, and after opening the flavor packet and pepper sprayed myself and couldn't stop coughing, I'm a little concerned about the spice levels here. Let's do, I don't know, like 2 tablespoons here. That feels pretty strong. Okay, so obviously it's not mixed all the way, but I'm gonna dump it into my veggies that I have been cooking, as well as 1 of the flavor packets, because I'm concerned about how spicy it's gonna be at this point. And maybe like 1/4 cup of water. Now that my sauce is combined, the noodles are going to come in. Well, I'll tell you, it smells really good. It smells like a legit peanut sauce. I kind of wish I had some broccoli or something in here, which Dollar Tree does sell in the frozen section. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I am so glad I only used 1 packet. Holy mother, that is spicy. Oh my gosh. All right, so if you don't like spice, obviously don't buy the spicy one, but I love the slight sweet tang that the sweet teriyaki gave it, and then the peanut butter like kind of grounds the whole thing and gives it this earthiness. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Excuse me. Our next meal is going to feature one of the best deals you can get at Dollar Tree, the potato gnocchi for $1.25. And I wanted to do a play on like sausage and peppers kind of. If you are not new to my channel, you will already know that gnocchi and I are not really friends. This is not my favorite pasta application, which is weird because I love carbs. Potatoes are one of my favorite things, but this is like not it. So today I'm gonna try a different cooking method and see if I can make it palatable for me. My sauce, I have, this is like the best sausage. It does look like a large hot dog, but whatever. My goal is to make it taste delicious. Here we go. In my saucepan, I'm starting with some bacon fat. It's one of my favorite cooking fats. My stir fry blend is going in, and I have about 12 ounces for $1.25. Definitely not the best price when it comes to frozen veggies in my area. I think you can find a better price when they're on sale, and I really don't love how huge these are, and in particular, actually, this piece of broccoli right here does not look good at all. So I'm gonna pull that out. That looks super gross. And wow, there was a ton of water in that bag. So all this water is gonna have to cook out now. And I'm gonna go ahead and slice my hot dogs so they look maybe more like sausage. And then we'll throw those in too. And my water's boiling, so in go the entire container of the gnocchi. Let's add our tomatoes and just a little bit of water to get the rest of that tomato juice out. I definitely need some flavor on here. What are we gonna use? I think some basic pantry staples are fine to use. So let's go some Italian seasoning here. Garlic powder feels okay, which you can buy at Dollar Tree. Let's do some garlic powder. Let's do some salt, but not too much because I am going to add this Parmesan topping, and I did read the ingredients, so it's got like whey, rice flour, which feels like an odd ingredient, salt, palm oil, buttermilk powder. It does have Parmesan cheese in it, but the texture is definitely odd. It's like, it looks like flour, like rice flour. That's interesting, but that should be a little salty. Ideally, I would have used like a ground spicy Italian sausage. That's kind of what I wanted to use. I could not find anything reminiscent of that at the good old Dollar Tree, so this is what we have. Actually doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna let this simmer for a few minutes. With the lid on, I'm going back to my gnocchi and try and make it palatable for me. Okay, in my skillet, I have some butter melting. As soon as this is melted, I will toss my pasta in with some salt and pepper, and hopefully make it taste good. Butter and salt and pepper, how can you go wrong with that? I just don't feel like you can. I'm gonna put my gnocchi in my sauce right now. Man, some garlic bread would be so nice. I mean, if you wanna spend an extra $1.25, they do sell garlic bread in the freezer section of Dollar Tree. Yeah, the flavors are actually really, really good. What would I like? A texture difference. Something crunchy. Maybe some crusty bread on the side. Oh my gosh, you could make my no-knead bread, which is very cheap and easy. I think I successfully cooked gnocchi in a way That does not taste gross. That's pretty good. You remember that restaurant, Macaroni Grill? I don't even know if they're still around, but they used to serve this dish. It was salmon with orzo pasta. It was super garlicky and really delicious. So I wanna see if I could recreate something sort of like it from the Dollar Tree. I know, am I gonna recreate a dish from Macaroni Grill from Dollar Tree? Most likely not, but they do sell salmon. Can't say it's the best quality. Let's say what it says. Pink salmon. That's it, that's all I got. Distributed in Florida. So not Alaskan salmon. It doesn't even say if it says wild caught on here. I don't know. I don't know, whatever. I did find this thin spaghetti to use in place of the orzo. I can't find orzo at my store, but I thought maybe like an angel hair vibe. We of course need garlic, so I went ahead and got the jarlic. This is not my favorite thing. Fresh is infinitely better, but you know, when you're in a pinch and you can't get it, this will work. I did pick up some Italian seasoning. So here's the thing. If you're looking at this discoloration here, there's nothing wrong with this. This is where most of the blood flow happens in the fish because this is the center of the fish right here. Nothing wrong with that. It just goes to show that this is a really cheaper cut of salmon and how tiny these fish are. So I am gonna pat these dry with a paper towel, but let me show you real fresh caught Alaskan salmon for a comparison. So notice like, you'll see no bloodline because this is only half the fish because the bloodline was like way over here and they cut it out because the fish was so large. You'll also notice this one still has the skin on and these do not. They've been taken off. So I don't know what kind of butchering process these went through right here, but since I've already cooked one of these, what I can tell you is that when I thaw this out and I try and pat it with a paper towel, almost no moisture comes out of this one. These, you're gonna see quite a lot. So there's a distinct quality difference between this one and this one. Also a huge price difference. My father-in-law went on a fishing trip and gave us some salmon, which is how I got this. It's amazing. If you don't like salmon, you need this kind. Like try this one and then make your decision. If you're only eating this one, I could see how maybe it's not the most palatable. So it's so squishy. I feel, look how much moisture is coming out of that. And so when I do the real Alaskan salmon, that does not happen. It's almost zero water comes out of it. And I'll also tell you, these fillets smell quite fishy, and the fresh one that I have does not. If it smells fishy, you know, it's not as fresh, not as high quality. It should not smell like fish, which sounds weird because it's fish, but it should not smell like fish. I don't really feel any bones, but my kids are pretty used to chewing carefully when we have fish, just in case one sneaks through. When it comes to seasoning protein, it is about the quantity, not necessarily which flavor. Salt and pepper goes a really, really long way, and you need more than you think. And I like a good amount of pepper. This is a coarser grind, so it might get stuck in your teeth. And I'll go ahead and add more after we put these in the pan, because I'm gonna put the seasoned side down and then season the other side. I have my pan heating up to a smoke it, like screaming hot, so I can get a really nice sear on these. Okay, I'm gonna go with bacon grease because I have a lot of it. Here come our fish, seasoned side down. I'll season this side also. Okay, the salmon is done. I'm gonna use this same pan to make my sauce. I turned my heat way, way down. So I have my butter in. Let's get that going. I'm gonna do my garlic, maybe a good tablespoon or so. And I'm gonna add my leftover panko breadcrumbs from earlier. Maybe let's do like a 1/4 cup or so. All right, our pasta is gonna come in here with salt and pepper. And this like buttery, garlicky, toasted breadcrumbs are gonna coat the pasta. It's gonna be so delicious. Okay, here comes my pasta. I'm gonna do a little Italian seasoning here. Okay, let me add a little salt, pepper. And if you need to thin it out, you can add a little pasta water. It's so weird how so little ingredients taste so good. I realize the pasta looks plain, but until you try it, you can't judge, because like the butter and the garlic and the breadcrumbs with the pasta water, that's like, and the Italian seasoning that's soaking into the pasta, it's so delicious. Some Parmesan cheese would be a really nice touch. All right, let's try this. wet Dollar Tree salmon. It's actually not bad. It is fishier than like a higher quality salmon would be for sure, but I feel like we seasoned it really nicely. Are you ready to make a casserole? I've seen the au gratin potatoes at Dollar Tree, which is what I was looking for. Couldn't find it. This is what I found. This feels weird, but you never know how it's gonna turn out if you don't try, so let's give it a shot. I'm kicking it off with my vegetable, this broccoli Normandy from Dollar Tree. It's only 12 ounces, and in this 10 by 15, it's not even 9 by 13. It does not look like very much. Oh well. And I couldn't find any frozen chicken at my store. Unfortunately, this was the only chicken I could find at all that wasn't a chicken nugget. So I have 9 ounces of cooked chicken breast here, 2 cans of chicken. And at this point, I'm rethinking this baking pan. How about the 9 by 13? What do we think? Look how much bigger this one is. All right, let's try that. Okay, I just have to wash another dish. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna mix this in. Now, obviously, this is a kit, so it doesn't come with the sausage or the eggs, but they do call for water. It's 1.5 cups of water to go with our dehydrated potatoes. But instead of water, I'm gonna use onion soup mix to give it a little bit more flavor and to make it dinner-like, I guess. I know this feels like an experiment gone wrong, but just trust me. Give it some whiskey business. Okay, back to my dish. Let's throw in the potatoes, which look very sad, don't they? Look at that. Potatoes in, and it does come with this like sauce mix. Okay, that smells very cheesy. We're just gonna add it in here. Rehydrate it. Okay, that will be our sauce now. And this is queso cheese. I don't know, in or on top? What are your thoughts? In or on top? In or on top? It feels like on top? Let's see what it looks like. Man, if this is not the most Midwest mom thing you've ever seen, I don't know what is. My oven is at 400 degrees. I'm gonna bake this in the oven for 20 minutes and I'm gonna check it at 20 minutes and kind of see what we have. I don't know if I'm gonna run out of liquid here or if it'll be fine. I guess we'll find out. I have determined that there's not really a sauce or thickening agent in here to help all of this stick together like a true casserole. So instead of topping it with cheese and my crunched up croutons, we're mixing it all together. That's what we're gonna do to bind it. Now, if I had been able to find the scalloped potato box, that would have worked perfectly. So if you're gonna do this and you're using the scalloped potato box, that will be fine. I'm not, so we are improvising. I know the question you're all thinking, but will it taste good? I cannot guarantee anything at this point, but we're too far in. We're gonna have to finish it. But if you do have items that taste good individually, in theory, they will taste good combined. So this is probably the wrong utensil for this. I need something that's not so flexible. She's a little too flexible for that. I mean, doesn't this look like something your Aunt Wilma is gonna make? I mean, you know what? There probably would have been sour cream. Ah, if only Dollar Tree sold sour cream. That would have been a great addition. Sour cream and shredded cheese, can't go wrong. And then, you know, you gotta top it with the crunched up cornflakes. Okay, back in the oven for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Yeah, it still doesn't stay together very well because I don't have a great binder in here. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the scalloped potato is your best bet. Do not get the breakfast scramble because it's more like a hash and not a casserole that sticks together, but this is what we have, so let's taste it. I'll tell you that the cheese and the onion soup mix, it's the wrong cheese for the onion soup mix. That combo of scents is a little odd. A little odd. I would have preferred like a shredded mozzarella or something. My Dollar Tree basically sold no cheese that was actual cheese. The flavor is pretty good. I ended up with quite a few leftover ingredients that you could keep in your pantry and utilize next week when you meal plan. The surprising winners of these recipes, it's gotta be like the shrimp mac and cheese. That was shockingly good. My top favorite thing was the stir fry. Mind-blowingly good. The salmon and pasta, I felt pretty confident in the way that one would turn out because I've made dishes like that similarly. I would like to use some higher quality ingredients, but sometimes you just gotta use what you gotta use. The twist on the gnocchi was probably the best way I've ever had gnocchi. Still not my favorite pasta. The casserole was probably the one that needs the most tweaking to make it work better, like I mentioned earlier. But I hope you had a good time hanging out with me today, cooking with food from the Dollar Tree to see if it's edible at all. If you like this kind of video, let me know down below. I was thinking about doing one similar from Walmart and a couple of other grocery stores. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I need to get to doing quite a few dishes. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.